So today we are going to start our second topic, Java development environment setup. Hope you have watched my first videos on Eclipse download, and if you have not watched that video, please watch that first before coming to this video, because this is a next step of Eclipse download. So in last video we downloaded the Eclipse and we run one hello world program, and we understood some basic feature of Eclipse. Now in order to work with Eclipse, we have to, or in order to develop with Eclipse, we have to set up our development environment. So what are the steps required to develop the environment, we will discuss in this video. Let's start the video. So the first thing is, whenever you will launch Eclipse, okay, so in last video when I launched the Eclipse, we were able to see the workspace and then we were able to log in, but this time if you see, we are getting a error. Okay, so if you see this error, it says a Java runtime environment JRE or Java development kit JDK must be available in order to run Eclipse. No Java virtual machine was found after searching the following location. So it is searching a location in Eclipse JRE bin java w.exe, and this file, this exe is not finding. So this kind of error we receive if we do not have our development environment set up. Okay, so we will see how to do that. So first we have to open our Chrome browser. Okay, and in this you write JDK download. So if you see, JDK download must be available in order to run Eclipse. So what we are doing, we are basically downloading JDK. So I just search JDK download and click on the first link that is coming up. If you click on this link, you will find that there are certain versions of JDK which are available, like JDK download, Java SE download, and other options. Okay, so what you can do, you can go for this 8 version, which is Java 1.8. okay, and you can click on this JDK download. Once you click on this, you will find certain files which says Java SE development kit 80251. This means it is JDK kit version 8, which we call Java 1.8 also, and U means update 251. So update version is 251 and it is a JDK 8 kit. So here you see it is available for different type of systems. So since we are working on Windows, we can go for these two versions. This is for 32-bit. If your operating system is at 32-bit, you download this one. If it is a 64-bit, you download this one. So you can click on this and it will say to accept this, and then click on download. So if you see here, it is asking for a sign up. So since I have an Oracle account, I can see the file is getting started. It's downloading. Since I have already downloaded, I will cancel this. If you don't have an account, you can create an account. You give your basic details, and once you give your basic details, you confirm this account from your valid email ID, and whenever in future you want to download JDK, it will download the JDK in your system. So this is the process of downloading JDK, which is Java development kit. Now we will go to our download folder and we will check that this JDK is already there, which is 8U251 version download Windows 64. You click on this, it will ask yes. Okay, so this says this version of JDK is already installed. Please uninstall the JDK and run the installer again. So since in my system it is already installed, I will show you through my PPT. So whenever we click on the installation, it will say that this wizard will guide you through the installation process for the JDK 8 update 251. So this is the version we downloaded. We click on next. On next, it will ask us to install in a particular path. So this is the path that is mentioned. So it will install the product in program files Java, and it will create a folder of JDK 1.80 251. Then click on next. It will show on next, it will show click change to install Java to a different folder. Now it is installing JRE. So this JRE also comes under your JDK. So these things I will explain in my next video, but for now we are doing JDK installation, and under JDK JRE is available. JRE is also getting installed. Now this thing you will see. So this setup progress you will see, and you will see that 3 billion devices, guys. 3 billion is so huge number. 3 billion devices runs on Java. So if you learn Java development, okay, and you know basics of Java, see how many opportunity you have and how many jobs opening you will have. So since 3 billion devices running on Java, so the market of Java will never go. Okay, so it's always there, be in Java form or in different form. So this is the key about Java. This is the good thing about Java. There's so many devices run, including your laptops, computer, mobiles, and other devices. So once this process is complete, you can see this window where it says Java SE Development Kit 8 update 251 64-bit successfully installed. And if you want to see the documentation and developer guide and alert detail, you go to next steps, or else you just close it. Okay, on closing, your JDK installation is done. So first part of JDK installation you have done. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just go to our laptop and we will check C folder and program files. Okay, and we'll check whether the Java folder exists or not. Yes, it exists. It is updated on 25th April, which is today. Click on this. You will see there are a lot of JDKs available, lot of JREs available. I am interested in which one? Java JDK 1.8 update 251. Okay, so this is successfully installed. If you see, similarly JRE for this is also installed. Okay, I'll go under this. Okay, I'll see this folder and I'll go under bin and copy this path. Okay, I just tell you again, go to program files. In program files, go to Java. Under Java, go to JDK, and under bin you see a lot of files. You just copy this path. Okay, so first what we have done is installation of JDK. Now what we are doing is basically setting of the environment variables, so that whenever you will try to run Eclipse, you will not find that error which we have seen. Okay, this error. To avoid this error, we have to, now we have installed it, we have to set the runtime parameter for this, and then once we set the parameter, we have to validate whatever we have done is correct or not. So to set runtime parameter, you go to my computer. From my computer, you click on this properties. From this properties, you will see advanced system properties option. You click on this advanced system properties, it will show you environment variable. Okay, can you see this folder? This is this button. Just click on this. In this environment variable, you will see two sections: user section and system section. The user section is the one where we define all the variable and value which are specific to user, and system section is the one where we define all the value related to system. It is irrespective of whoever is signing in. So we will go to this folder which says system variable as path. In case you do not have this in your folder, you can create one by name as path. Okay, and variable value you can give any for now. Okay, so here like this you can create, but since I will delete this one and I will use my path parameter. Here is my path variable. I click on this. On clicking on this, it shows me edit environment variable. I will go to new variable and I will paste the path which I have copied from program files java jdk bin. I'll click on OK. I'll click on OK and OK. So guys, this is the process by which we set up the environment variable, and this process is called as permanent setup of environment variable. Since if you do this once, you don't need to do it again and again. Now what we will do, we will verify this change on whether this environment setup is done properly or not by two ways. First, we will go to command prompt and under this we will write java. So it is giving some output. This means our environment variable setup is successful and our system is ready for Java development. Okay. Also you can check for Java C. It's also giving output. So this means environment setup is done. Or one more thing you can check, if you want to check what is the Java version running in the system, you can see Java version and it will show you Java version 1.8.0 underscore 251. So this is our version which we downloaded and 251 was the update number. So we have this version running in the system and this is providing the runtime environment. So if we go back to the Eclipse error that we got, so it says a Java runtime or Java JDK kit must be available in order to run Eclipse. No Java virtual machine was found after searching the following locations. So what we did, we basically installed JDK which have JRE also in it. Okay, and by default it installed the JVM. All these details I will share in the next video, but here you can see what it is looking for. It is looking for Java W. Okay, so if you look at the path that I provided in the environment variable, which was C program files Java JDK 251, and under this bin if you click on J, okay, you can see this Java W is present. Okay, so this was required to run the Eclipse and it was not available. So doing all this process through environment variable setup and all those things make this file, this exe, available to Eclipse. Hence if you launch the Eclipse, so the Eclipse is launched with no problem. So environment setup is done, your system is ready for development. Okay, so Eclipse is launched. So I told you there are two steps to check. Okay, so first one is checking the CMD. Another steps that you have to check is you just write here in your window Java and it will open configure Java. In your configure Java, you go to this Java tab. In this Java tab, you click on view. In this view, you will find the installed JDKs or JRE available for your system. So there were 4 JREs installed on my system, and I am using the one which is having in program files Java JRE 1.8.0 underscore 251, and that is selected here. Just cross check by going to this tab whether these proper appropriate JRE is selected or not. So this is user level. Now we'll check for system level. Then system level also we have the correct JRE and it is also pointing to the path where we installed, and it is looking for bin java w.exe. if you can see, so this java w.exe is the one that is providing the runtime environment, and it is providing here also. So this is for user and system level. So this second check also you have to do. If this is fine and your cmd you have checked all the things are correct, the version is correct, this means our system is ready for development and there are no issues in the system, and you can use the environment whatever you have created going forward to develop more code for your Java programs. And this is very important to understand the steps, because normally people get stuck. They have Eclipse in their system, they know, they run it, but they encounter several issues. To resolve these issues, so these kind of steps are required. So these are the things that you can validate. Also you can validate the folder having all the structure. So these are the 2-3 things you verify and do the environment setup. So guys, this is all we have for this doing the environment setup. Next we are going to next video we are planning to explain JDK, JVM, JRE and the difference between them, which is the most important question which every interviewer almost asks when you go for interviews in various companies. So that's all from our side for today. Thanks for watching. In case you like our video, you please subscribe it our channel and share the video, and in case of any doubt or you are facing any issue while doing this process, you can update the comments and we will update on that. So thank you for watching.